Welcome back to the What's Happening podcast. And I'm your host, Free, bringing you current events from the perspective of a lover. That's me. And today, y'all, we have so much to talk about. It grieves me that every time we bring news, every time something new is coming onto the news, it just seems to get worse and worse. So that's why I'm telling you guys got to try to stay positive, try to find that balance, but also still stay very, very aware of your surroundings and your environment and everything that's going on around you. For the sake of your kids, for the sake of your family, for the sake of your loved ones, be aware. The first thing we have to talk about today, guys, is the shooting that took place this past Saturday in the Dollar General. A white gunman killed three black people Saturday at a Dollar General store in Jacksonville, Florida. Imagine you are just going to the store to go get some toilet paper. Or you just going to the store to go buy something, and 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 that could be the last day of your life. This is wicked, guys. I gotta say it. I gotta say it's wicked. Don't walk up into no Dollar General with no headphones on, have it blasting in your ears, and you don't know what's going on. You got to keep your eyes peeled. You gotta be focused when you're walking into these stores, even for the most mundane things. That is the time that we are living in right now. The victims were identified as Angela Michelle Carr, 52, Analt Joseph, also known as AJ Lagari Jr., 19, and Gerald Deshawn Gallion, 29. All very, very young, guys. This is disheartening. The shooter, identified as Ryan Palmeter, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And guys, they described him as a maniac who wanted to kill black people. Like, seriously? Oh my goodness. And authorities said that the suspect was believed to have purchased these and possessed these guns legally. Interesting. Because from what I remember, uh, I think as far as Florida, they do not have a universal background check law for people buying firearms, but it does have a law prohibiting people from owning or possessing firearms if they have a documented mental health condition, in which this gentleman, I believe, had been, he had temporarily went to a mental health, I think, what did they say? They said that he had a temporary detention for a mental health examination. All right, so he may not have had no criminal record or anything like that. The only thing they said that he ever had is in his teen years, a file on a domestic violence call with the shooter, with his brother. But other than that, he had been examined for mental health. So, he wasn't supposed to have a gun, which we know this story already. Yet still, in Florida, you do not need a background check for people buying firearms. That just blows my mind. I hope that Congress really do help secure the freedom by banning assault weapons, and passing other common sense gun safety laws. You know what I'm saying? Like a background check. You're gonna need a background check when you're dealing anything having to do with guns. So as you know, this is going to be treated as a possible hate crime and an act of domestic violent extremism. All right, that's the time that we're in right now. America is experiencing an epidemic of hate, as Kamala Harris has stated. As you know, Trump, you know, he was to be indicted, right? They gave him up to, I believe they gave him up to August the 25th to surrender voluntarily. And on one hand, you got black people's attention. I just want to let them know that. Okay, you got the black people support Trump. And I say this because when you go on YouTube and you see those questionnaires asking black people what do they think, you will get what I'm saying. And I want to play you a couple things right now.
He showed us love. No. Biden, even black people are saying this now. Donald Trump, he showed us love. And he didn't stop.
You guys would say Trump 2024.
2024 Trump. 2024. We're from Baltimore.
Trump or Biden?
Trump. I just feel that, Trump had the country on a better path as far as...
Shout out to Shady Rich.
What Biden's really done.
He put America first, so it makes sense.
Facts.
I like someone who likes to put his people first. He want to generate money and income, help out businesses. I got a business, so I'm with that. Biden ain't with all that.
Trump 2024.
What do you guys have to say? Okay, what do you have to say? Because I remember during the COVID time, Trump gave us how much money? About $13,000. He helped us get them black businesses up. I ain't saying nothing, bro. I'm just stating the facts. You know what I'm saying? Not particularly impressed with all that has been taking place with Trump's indictment. The whole mugshot, not impressed. Not impressed. Usually you do mugshots. I remember my husband was telling me that when they don't know who the person is and they want to, have him on the, but we all know who Trump is. What they're trying to do, in my opinion, is embarrass the man. They're trying to embarrass the man. And in the same sense, they're really exposing themselves. I'm referring to the Democratic Party. They're exposing themselves, and they're setting the bar a little bit more, I'm going to say lower. Because now, if you're going to be having any type of if you want to have a go at being in a political position, they are going to dig out your past. They are going to bring up those things, which I'm telling you, it's just a new level of low. And of course, the more they're doing this, the more the people are supporting Trump. The more they're saying, like, right now, Trump is literally turning into a representative of people. Like, if you go against I'm going to say, if you go against the government, they're going to shoot you down. They're going to embarrass you. They are going to try to put you so low. And the people are recognizing this type of behavior. Some even say that they're weaponizing the government. They're using it as a weapon, even down to the one who's I forgot her name, Liam. The one that that's going at him with these charges, giving him the RICO. I'm going to tell you, a lot of this stuff is very, very, I don't know if I should say laughable, but it's really, really just kind of overreaching, if I would have to say so myself. What's your opinion? What do you think is happening? Because on one hand, we have those, and I would say in the Republican or just people who are just supporting Trump are saying like, hey, he's okay to speak his mind. He's okay to do certain things. Didn't the Democratic Hillary Clinton party, didn't they speak their mind and said that the votes were being tampered with? Didn't Stacey Abrams say that the votes were being tampered with? So you have those on this side that are saying like, hey, if he's allowed to speak his mind, if he felt like that they're tampering with these votes and certain stuff, we're not saying it's okay to storm the White House. We ain't saying that, but we are saying that he is not the first and only one who's came forward and saying that the votes are being tampered with when it's time for voting. So they really opening up a can of worms, and it's not going to be looking good for all of us in the end. It's going to be looking like a little civil civil batting, like a civil spat, that's going to keep digging lower and lower, and it won't look good even on the outside looking in. So that's just my little two takes on Trump. As you can see, he is getting black people's support more and more. All right. I even saw some with a couple shirts that were protesting outside of outside of the jail saying blacks for Trump. All right, that's my take on that. Just a little bit of news for you. I just want to let the people out there know that Trump made $7 million off of that mugshot. So, did you ever doubt that he wasn't going to make spin this in a way that was going to be beneficial? Again, this is What's Happening podcast, and I'm your host, Free, bringing you current events from the perspective of a lover. That's me, and we want to leave you guys with a message to, again, be aware, stay positive, be balanced in your information, okay? You can't just take things from one place. You got to get different perspectives to generate your own opinion, all right? Can't be biased out here, all right? You can have your opinion, but you got to have those facts too. And that's something that I am learning myself. So, all right, I want you guys to go check us out on IG at What's Happening Live Podcast, or follow us on YouTube at What's Happening Podcast under Free Body Soul Talks. See you there. Thanks for joining us. Until next time. Bye.